Howdy folks, Tex Grebner here with Tex Grebner Outdoors. There's a lot of interest in scout scopes on lever actions, and so I felt that I needed to do a little bit more field testing, because what I've been using for years might not be the best, and I've always open to improving my equipment. And so you're going to get a review on two different scout scope mounts for the Marlin 336. So I hope you enjoy watching. I'm running an XS Scout Scope rail. Now, I wouldn't be much of a rifleman if I didn't take it off the bench. So, I don't know how this is going to work out, but I'm about 95 yards standing. This mount is a Weaver 336 mount. This is, of course, my Marlin Model 336, which is, of course, a shrunk-down version of an 1895 Marlin. The purpose of this video is to talk about two different Scout Scope bases. The original Scout Scope base that I was running is an XS Sight Scout Scope mount. It's a good mount. I've used it for years and years. I do like it, but it's a bit pricey. And on a 336, it requires minor fitting, as you can see there, where I have had to mill it out with a file to make my holes line up. This mount is a Weaver 336 mount, and it is a drop-on piece. Fits perfectly, has held zero. If you've used an XS Sights mount, then it's pretty much the same. You drive out your rear sight, you drive in a dovetail wedge. Into the dovetail wedge, this actually has two set screws that you can Loctite in place. You screw it down in your receiver, and you screw it down into the dovetail base. Loctite that, and then you're good to go. There's no filing. The Weaver mount is also a bit cheaper. While I do like and have used the XS Sight Scout Scope mount for years and years now, it pains me to say that I think that the Weaver is a more user-friendly and affordable mount because it simply drops on. Also, again, this Scout Scope is an AIM Sport 2x7x32 with an illuminated duplex reticle. Skinner tactical front and rear sights. Marlin hammer spur. And of course, my Wild West Guns large loop lever. I shoot .30-30 Winchester or Remington core lot, 150 grain soft points, and as you can see, at 100 yards it makes the steel ring just fine. While I am not trying to dog on the excess sights rail, I can say that it is a little bit antiquated in the sense that for a 336 rather than an 1895, the Weaver mount is a drop-in part, and it is of course Weaver spec. While it is of course also not 1913 spec, it does accept pretty much all rings. I did a little bit of low light testing because a lot of people talk about, oh, a scout scope, you take it off in low light. Well, I shot a shoot and see target out here a couple of nights ago, and the light collection on this scope, especially with the illuminated reticle so that I had good contrast against my target, you can be the judge of its performance. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. That's 100 yards. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. As always, God bless all my sportsmen of America. Join the NRA to protect our rights. Please check out my friends over at legallyconcealed.org. Thank you very much to those of you involved in law enforcement and those of you serving in the military. And thanks for watching Texas Grebner Outdoors.